online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads from over 200 countries and your #1 source in after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
As we start getting closer to Night of Champions, we having some superstars, for some odd reason, fading into obscurity, like the music that we're playing right now.
Yep.
And then new feuds are arising, which are a pleasant surprise. And we're going to be talking about all that and much more. Welcome to AfterBuzz SmackDown, everybody. I'm Christian Rosenberg, only joined by one person this week. Corey Takei is not here. However, we got Ro Moore
in the house as always.
That's right.
Let's talk some wrestling, man.
Yeah, we can talk some wrestling.
Just a little bit of wrestling. Actually, I like this song though. So
it is a good song.
Yeah, I almost just wanted that.
Just let it go for its entire 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, we could.
All right,
we could.
Back to the top of the stairs.
Oh, Phil stopped it. All right. we were ready to have it go.
I was gonna drop the lights and bring out my phone and everything like they do. If you haven't been to a live WWE show, that is probably one of the most breathtaking sights when Bray Wyatt enters.
Yeah, no, it definitely. I think you and I were just trying to play a game of chicken to see which one of us was actually going to speak first.
I knew the boss man would make that decision for us.
Well, we're joking. We got to start off the show actually with little serious notes as far as WWE Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts is currently hospitalized in Las Vegas. Apparently yesterday he was landing in Vegas on a plane and was unconscious. Mm-hmm. Apparently he's suffering, according to reports from TMZ, from double pneumonia, which does not sound pleasant.
Yeah, much worse than single pneumonia.
Twice as bad.
Yeah.
And he was unconscious for much of the day yesterday. He was in and out of consciousness. And the latest update I've heard is he has regained consciousness and is, having conversations with people, but still definitely in, ICU.
Yeah, not out of the woods at all, by any means.
So obviously we wish Jake a very speedy, healthy recovery. Guy's gone through quite a bit in his life, and over this last couple of years, quite the transformation.
A little bit.
A little bit. A few things.
He's been through a few trials. Jake Roberts has had one of the most rough and tumble lives of any. Wrestlers already live hard lives anyway, but his even much more so. Rough and tumble from his childhood all the way through. So even to now, actually, I'm just happy we were actually able to see him deliver one of the best Hall of Fame speeches.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I love when he brought the kid up and said, like in 2050, you'll be inducting him or whatever. Yeah.
All right, this kid will be a headliner in WrestleMania.
That's what it was. Yeah. Main event in WrestleMania. So our thoughts are with Jake Roberts. Have a speedy recovery, and also we're saying get well wishes to both R-Truth and Ryback, who are both also on the shelf.
Yeah,
R-Truth dealing with a shoulder injury at the moment. That's why we haven't seen him recently. And Ryback, I don't know if you saw the video that he posted. I think it was yesterday.
Which one? He's done a few things in the last 2 days.
Well, he posted one from like the ER.
The one with him in the
scrubs.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mentioned that he has groin injuries as well as multiple sports hernias.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was like a promo and I'll be back and thanks for your support and I'm gonna make fun of you all rolled into
all
one.
at the same time. All at the same time. And then he actually had his Ryback, I think on his Instagram, if he has Instagram, or maybe it was on Twitter. He had his Instagram. He had his action figure standing over CM Punk's falling action figure.
Yes, I heard about this.
With
saying
the
sorry,
saying
Punk.
Sorry, Punk. And a lot of wrestlers kind of took that as a shot at Punk. So I don't know what shot you could kind of take at Punk right now, considering he's very well rested and he feels really good about his life right
he's
now.
lost some weight. He's enjoying himself, last I heard.
So, you know,
Yeah, well,
it's probably an inside joke between them.
maybe. Well, I hope you get better right back, and hope you stop blocking me on Twitter. All right. On to
through his
SmackDown.
face.
On to SmackDown. Hailing from Ontario, California, not far from us.
No.
Just down the road.
I feel like they've been here for 2 straight weeks.
But they weren't. That was the weird thing.
I know.
They were here, then they went to Vegas and Arizona.
Yeah.
And then they went
came
back here.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You would think that do the stuff here, then start moving your way back that way.
I mean, Anaheim isn't in Los Angeles, but it's only about 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's not that
So I
far.
don't really understand why we needed a full week to go by before they did
Why'd you have to go
Broadway.
into 2 different states before you went 40 minutes away?
Yeah. They went 4 hours away before they went 40 minutes away. Maybe something was booked at the Honda Center. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. No hockey season.
Yeah, not hockey. Yeah, no. Sorry,
All right.
got nothing.
All right, we got nothing. But
nothing.
anyway, they were back here. And we start with a recap from Raw of the whole issue with the Dean Ambrose eulogy performed by Seth Rollins and Seth Rollins and Kane, in which Roman Reigns interfered, just thus leading to a handicap match between them on Raw, with Reigns actually getting the better of it at the end, which then makes us start with Roman Reigns first thing on SmackDown as he takes on the Eater of Worlds, Mr. Bray Wyatt.
Play his music again. Yeah.
At least say please. I mean, you gotta say, the
Sometimes you gotta be assertive.
the boss is here. You gotta at least say please.
He respects assertion.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
There we go. Now you may talk about Bray Wyatt.
Oh, all right. Well, so Roman Reigns kicks off against Bray Wyatt, and this match, it was fairly similar to the Wyatt-Cena match from Raw, where it pretty much was the fact that Reigns was just dominating this whole match.
Yeah.
And then eventually Harper and Roman come in to cause a disqualification, thus having Mark Henry and Big Show come out to make the save, and now we're going to change into a 6-man tag for the main event towards the end of the night. 2 issues with this.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, because I have what I want to say about that.
Okay. First, well, which one should I talk about first, Reigns or Wyatt?
Start with Wyatt.
Okay, we'll start with Wyatt. I remember about 2 weeks ago, we were here at AfterBuzz. We were talking about how Bray needed the big pay-per-view win.
Yeah, he did.
And we were in agreement of that.
We agreed.
And he got that big pay-per-view win clean over Chris Jericho.
Yes, he did, in front of us.
Yeah, we were there. We witnessed it. It happened.
It happened.
We know from our eyes.
Yep.
And then he wasn't on Raw. And then the following week, he's getting absolutely destroyed by everyone.
This whole Bray Wyatt doesn't need the championship title thing. Okay. I can understand that. He's got that good of a character. It's that over. But the guy still needs wins.
Yes. No, I know. Yes, he does.
Yeah. They're starting to turn the Wyatts into, it's a spectacle, but then, nah. they keep losing.
Right.
Yeah,
And-
that I don't understand.
Yeah. Harper and Rowan have been losing for several weeks.
Yeah.
And we thought even last week on SmackDown, they beat down Goldust and Stardust, who we'll talk about a little later. Oh, maybe they're going to start pushing them into maybe some triple threat tag title thing. No, then they're just having them, again, just getting beat every week.
I kind of saw this coming when they when the Usos when they kept putting the Usos over. Understand that I didn't want the Usos to drop belts to them at all. I know we differed on that. You always thought it was time for Harper and Rowan to carry the belts.
I thought at the end of that feud, I thought it was time.
Yeah, I remember that. And I was still leaving on the Usos. But then after that, I would expect both of them to be just beasts in the tag team division. But no, they turned that into Big Show and Mark Henry, which they kind of disbanded but then kept together simultaneously. I don't know.
Yeah. We're going to have Mark Henry feud with Rusev. It's like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
We're not sure. So, yeah.
So what is happening with the Wyatts? They're still over as all hell. Everyone loves to boo them in a way. And they're coming out. They're still their promos are still gold, but now they're just having them. Like all of a sudden, I'm worried that Wyatt is going to lose to Kofi in about a month.
Oh.
Well, the way this is going,
Like a thought jumped into my head,
Uh-huh.
and then my brain short circuited. Right as I really grasp what you just said.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I don't want to see that.
no,
I want Bray to do some stuff.
and we'll see the Wyatts again in the main event, so we'll talk about it a little more then.
We're gonna see Bray Sandow soon
Oh God,
if it keeps going.
Bray and Ryder, make it
Oh.
happen.
Yeah, talk about a waste of a gimmick at that situation.
Bray's going to be on Superstars in a month.
He will be if they continue this.
But one other thing I want to talk about, because it was actually brought up in the comments of our YouTube page from last week's. Someone, I'm sorry, I don't have the name in front of me, but someone was going nuts about, oh, why should Roman Reigns be the guy to eventually beat Lesnar? He only has the 6 moves of doom.
Oh
And okay, we're getting into this thing.
yeah.
Like
are
your
we gonna
5
go
or
ahead and
6
have this
moves
talk
of-
now?
Because they're making a big deal of, oh, he just has Superman punch spear or whatever. I almost want us just take turns naming top babyfaces, and we'll just be able to name all 5 or 6 of their moves.
Yeah.
Because that's what
It's
baby
delivered
faces
that
do.
way.
That,
You can name Daniel Bryan's moves of doom.
should I?
They're quick. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. The running knee, the yes lock, the headbutt, the kicks, and then he had the missile drop kick.
Yeah.
And I think there's one more that I'm not thinking of, but there, he's got his 5, 6 moves of doom.
Somewhere there's some smark that's, oh, but he can do this and that and
Yes, they can. And maybe once in a while they'll pull out one of those for a very special occasion.
Yeah.
But why?
just-
Why are people so annoyed? Where, oh, okay, Cena's gonna do his moves. Well, you know what? He does those moves. Reigns does those moves because the crowd reacts to them.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the moves that when he was trying to become established, those are the moves that everybody popped for. Those were the moves that got him popular in the first place. Why should he stop doing them? Bret Hart, one of the greatest of all times, had the same setup leading to the sharpshooter.
Backbreaker, Russian leg sweep, elbow off the second rope, insecurity, and sharpshooter.
Yeah, sharpshooter. Yep.
There-
Shawn
there you go.
Michaels even criticized him for so long about it, but even Shawn has the same moves leading up.
Inverted
From-
atomic drop, elbow drop,
From the nip up.
from the kip up.
Yeah, from the kip up.
Oh, flying
he would come
clothesline.
up, flying forearm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Fly-
just,
they all have them.
Yeah.
Every
He did it in
every
different-
wrestler has them.
you just do it in different order. That was it.
Even mid card guys have it.
Yeah.
Hey, so
You have to. But
you know what? If you don't want to have 5 or 6 moves of doom, when they start doing it, be silent.
I think their problem, though, it isn't the moves. I understand what that fan is saying. They're not mad about, oh, he only does this, this, and this, and then that's it. Because a lot of people do that, and then that's it. Let's go home. The difference is they have booked Reigns to look invincible. And people see Cena Part 2. They see Cena 2.0 in Roman Reigns early, which is why I already predicted that Ambrose will be more over than Reigns in another 3 years, because I see Reigns having his run at the top, and I see it only going about a year and a half, because they're going to turn on him. They're going to turn on him just like they turn on Cena, just like they turn on so many people, and he's not even as good a talker as Cena.
Right.
So it could come quicker.
And by the way, Dean Ambrose, all right, dirty deeds, when he flips back in the ropes to the clothesline,
Yeah.
his stalling elbow drop, and delayed drop kick.
Do El Torritos.
El Torito moonsault, Gore, and I think he had a drop kick in there. He probably does, and he does a Hurricanrana too.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, I just named the moves of doom for El Torito for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Everyone has it. So stop complaining about it.
We can do Justin Gabriel if we research long enough.
The
Do
450.
you remember? Yeah.
The top rope springboard moonsault, a big roundhouse kick, and I know he's got one other.
Yeah. It's just he's not on TV.
He's not really on TV
Yeah,
enough.
That's all.
But you get my point.
Yeah. You
We all
have
have 'em.
laid your point down.
Thank
well,
you.
sir.
Thank you. RVD versus Seth Rollins, a rematch from main event, which was filmed about an hour before this match happened. So this crowd saw the same match twice. Well, I mean, there were different finishes, obviously, but
Get their money's worth.
Yeah, I mean, and it was interesting because actually on main event, Seth Rollins got cut. Like, he got a cut right above the eye. And all of a sudden, here he comes an hour later having to wrestle again. He's got like the little tape over it.
You don't see this happen yet.
Yeah, this, I had a few days for this to heal.
Yeah, you know, that's how it works. But this was, if I wasn't mistaken, RVD's last day, wasn't it?
Reports say.
Reportedly.
Saying that RVD is now taking time off after. I thought it was last week.
Yeah.
When he got
It's just he's not taking
when
time
when
off.
Orton just like DDT'd him on the floor and everything.
Yeah, you would think that would be the send off.
But
it's just his contract expired, right?
well, he has this weird thing supposedly of like around 90 days on, then around 90 days off,
he's
then
got
around
one of
90 days
those,
on and 90 days off. So apparently we're at one of those 90-day areas.
Go enjoy yourself, RVD.
Yeah, I think he's earned it.
Yeah, I think
He's
he's
done a few things.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
But this was, again, fun match. I don't feel it was as long as the match on main event was, but there was a lot of counters. Like Rollins dodged the Rolling Thunder, then RVD dodged the curb stomp, then Rollins dodged the 5-star frog splash. And then finally Rollins had 2 of his power bombs in the turnbuckle and then gave the curb stomp where, in typical RVD fashion, he does a freaking headstand after it.
Of course.
And Rollins gets the win.
If you're gonna take that move, that's how you do it.
Yeah. No,
Make
that
it look great.
you make it look like you just got paralyzed from that move.
Yeah.
And RVD's really good at making it look like he just got paralyzed.
I'm sure he's almost paralyzed himself about 5 times.
That's
Or more.
it?
Yeah. Actually, the real number's like 44.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean, come on. Then we get a recap from Raw of the issues between sisters and Brie and Nikki Bella. I mean, it got so real that Brie even said that, hey, this is Brianna talking to Nicole. I mean,
real.
Yeah, there weren't even nicknames then. Using real names.
Real names.
Full names.
Well, one of them should be called Stephanie.
What?
What? Huh? Could one of the Bellas possibly have a different first name?
I'm so confused.
Oh, yeah.
But this is one of those things that I want to get behind. Like, I want this feud to work.
Yeah. Everybody wants it to work. Here's the question.
No one believes it.
They can't act. I'm sorry. I love the Bellas. I do. I love them. I support
We
them.
both got a chance to talk with them
talked
over the
to
weekend.
them.
Both super sweet.
Super sweet girls. You spent a considerable amount of time with them. I spent a lot of time with Bree at the Divas Luncheon. I had lunch together actually, but they can't act. I'm sorry. It's just you see it when they start talking to each other. It's like, oh no, not this again. Just let them wrestle. Just don't let them talk. Like, can they do the reverse of what? Like, everybody wants Roman Reigns to talk. I want the reverse for the Bellas right now. Just when dealing with each other, have they ever been this bad before?
Well, this is the most mic time they've ever gotten.
That's true.
And, I mean, they're going to be using this in the midst of Total Divas and everything like that.
They're so good on Total Divas, though. They're great talkers. They're not good with script.
Yeah, well, because it's the thing. We're trying to believe that they don't like each other.
And it's not
They're
possible.
twin sisters.
Yes, it's not. We don't buy that.
Honestly, to make this feud work better, we should not have had Total Divas. Because with that, we're seeing all the behind-the-scenes stuff of them doing all those things together.
Yeah. Well, Total Divas is trying to play the storyline of, hey, this is their life, their real life outside of the ring.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand that. But when you have them using their real names on that show, and then you flip over to WWE, which is supposedly in the reality era, and now we have to deal with their character names again.
Well, that's more so the Funkadactyls.
Yeah.
On Total Divas, they go by Brie.
That was actually why I had the talk with Ariane about that. The fact that they have different names on different shows. That's what I was talking about. But yeah, for the Bellas, obviously it's not as big of a deal. But the same thinking still applies. We see them on this show.
I want to believe it. I want to believe the jealousy of the sisters.
You know you can't believe
But we
this.
can't. We just can't.
Like Lewis Black. You can't. You can't. Like, it's just not real.
When did Lewis Black turn into like a Southerner?
That's how he sounds when he screams, you can't. You
Okay.
have to go back and watch the other show.
So yeah, we'll see where this is going with Brie and Nikki.
I like it. I like the dynamic.
I want it. I want it to
everybody
happen.
wants it to work. It's just they can't act because they can't make it believable. They've had fights, but they've never hated each other.
We never had "I wish you died in the womb" in conversation.
That was a little bit harsh right there.
That was a little
I
much.
think that one came up. Yeah,
That one they did not show on the recap,
Yeah.
shockingly.
didn't show back up. I wonder why.
But we remember.
Yeah,
Well, speaking of Divas, we have Divas Action then SmackDown. Paige taking on Emma. This match was about a minute long. I feel bad for Emma. I mean, obviously, with all the controversy from a couple months ago, she's just now at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the Divas division. And because she can go.
Yeah,
And
she
Paige
can.
and Emma, I mean, they showed in NXT. These two can have
great
like
matches.
match of the year type
Yeah.
stuff.
They can do great matches.
And I mean, I'm not necessarily against Paige dominating this match because obviously she's the Divas champion and things like that. But let
They've
Emma
already-
get something in there.
They've already given away another capable worker. They're basically saying, we don't want you to ever take Emma seriously because she forgot to pay for our iPod case. You know, like,
Yeah.
I don't
know.
That I don't understand. Hey, you know, it is what it is. But they need someone with Emma's talents, especially she's from Australia, so you got an international star. And she can go in the ring. Why would you bury that? You need to keep building. Not necessarily building it. I'm not saying she's AJ or Paige or anybody like that, but she needs to be.
She can be.
Yeah, she needs to be on that tier,
Yeah.
or she needs to be near that tier, so they can build her into
Yeah.
something. We find out what happens every time there's a slew of injuries in the WWE, and it happens with the guys. There's a slew of injuries, and it's who are we going to use to fill this slot?
Right.
Well, with the Divas, it's even more important because there's less of them.
Yeah. Kind of switching gears, and it's one thing that I actually do really enjoy with that we noticed in this match is Paige. Again, we were talking about the 6 moves of Dooms earlier. Paige not only has the several moves of Doom, but she uses like a different one each show as
each
her
show.
finisher.
Yeah,
We have the Paige turn, we have the Rampage, and we have the Paige tap out. And tonight we got the Paige tap out.
I like it because I do stuff like that.
Oh, all right. We're gonna compare Rome to Paige.
No, I'm just saying. We've been wrestling almost the same amount of time. She was
True.
6 when I started wrestling.
Yeah,
So
and you've been wrestling the same amount of time as her. I don't know.
think so.
I don't know what that shows. That
I
she
think
started
so.
wrestling way too young, or that you're just getting old.
my parents didn't come up in the business like hers did.
Yeah.
I didn't have all of that. You know, I didn't have a ring in my backyard. So
One day.
one day I will. One day. But yeah, she's I you threw me off. I forgot what I was even talking about, man.
We're talking about Paige's how she uses different finishers.
Yeah, I like doing that too. At least, until
You do have a few.
Yeah. I like switching it up sometimes because you never know.
Yeah,
You never know who you got to do it on.
that's true. And I mean, with my guidance, whenever I'm in your corner, I direct you to tell you which move
Yeah,
to
you
use.
pick out your
I tell you,
favorite one for
this
the day.
guy needs this move.
Yeah, you've been really fond of my regular finisher right now.
I do like
Yeah,
it.
the fifth wall.
Fifth wall. Pretty good. YouTube it.
Yeah.
After the match, Paige wins, and AJ skips out with a heart-shaped candy box.
Yeah.
So on Monday,
I
Paige.
thought she was bringing it to me. Apparently,
Well, she could not. I mean, that's a long. Even though
It's a
Ontario's
long-
not far from us,
it's a long
it's a long way to skip.
yeah, it's a long skill. Those Chuck Taylors will be toe up.
So on Raw, AJ kisses Paige's hand, and tonight AJ shows up with the heart-shaped candies, and was just like, "Didn't you say you're my best friend? Didn't you say you love me? I want to show the love back. Take your candy." She just like screams. I didn't want to scream that loud because I would have scared Phil in the headphones right there.
He would have jumped through the AfterBuzz sign behind him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Paige takes a candy, starts chewing on it, and then spits it out over the other candies and leaves. And it's like, oh, Paige got the last word in this one. Nope. Because then AJ stood there and grabbed another one of the candies, even though Paige just spit over it
Yeah.
and ate it.
What do you think of this Diva storyline?
I've been loving the storyline, but I'm a little confused as what's going on now.
I think everyone is.
Because I just want AJ to be, you know, kind of going after the title.
Yeah. Now she's back to
Not
crazy girl.
not hitting on Paige.
Yeah. It's
As much as I mean, I'm a guy. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Well, of
wrong.
course.
Yeah, I want to make sure that the listeners are aware. I do enjoy that, but from a storyline perspective,
just to be clear.
just to be clear, I do enjoy AJ trying to kiss Paige. Anyway,
Let's just have a moment for that.
all right,
Okay.
okay. But again, the story with it. How is this working? Because like we're supposed to be getting behind AJ, but she's just acting weird.
This is it's like the bad version of Trish Mickey James.
It's the PG version.
Yeah, and I hate saying that because AJ's involved, but I don't. They have to decide which way her character is going because when she showed up at WrestleMania, she was completely different. Crazy Girl was a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
So
When she was dating everybody.
Yeah. So we're used to seeing this new AJ, and then all of a sudden with Paige thing, and then AJ leaves, she comes back, and now she's slowly progressing back into Crazy Girl. I mean, I know she went and got married, but she.
And that's the other thing, because we know the dating angle will not work with her because everyone in the world knows who she's married to because they chanted at the beginning of every one of her matches.
Yeah, they do. You
So-
guys, please stop that. too.
Yeah, seriously.
Man.
But so with that, so you can't go on the dating route. You can't, you know, again, back to kind of like the Bella thing. We want to believe it.
Yeah.
We're not going to believe that AJ's got the hots for Paige.
Yeah. Nah.
Because
Yeah,
she's married.
As much as we want.
As much as we pray that happens.
Whew. But yeah, nah.
So I don't know what they're trying to do.
They're. I don't know. It's a question of character development. I didn't think AJ needed to have a gimmick when she came back. I didn't think that she needed something for her character to catch on. Thought she was kind of popular.
Be the fighting champion. Be the
Yeah.
person fighting for the toe.
That's what I
She's the
thought
most
was gonna
popular
happen.
diva.
I thought it would happen like that. Trish didn't ever have to do this.
No.
Lita didn't ever have to.
Well,
do this.
once they made that jump into it,
Yeah.
and then Lita had the sudden turn with Edge, but
Yeah.
that was with real life
That
stuff,
was-
so
yeah.
that you believe.
You had to go with that one because it was real. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know. We'll just keep watching it
I
and
mean,
see where they go.
I'm excited for another match with them because it's going to be great. The one at
gonna get a few.
SummerSlam was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
Again, I want them to have some type of gimmick. I want the Divas to have a cage. I want something major for them,
That would be interesting.
and those two could do it.
They would. They could and they would.
Yeah,
That would be interesting.
yeah.
I'll give you that one.
All right. Rusev versus Swagger once again. This time though, a submission match, even though the ring announcer forgot to announce it was a submission match.
Yeah,
But
sometimes.
I mean, we got it. On the
figured it
graphic.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the commentators made sure.
Commentators told you.
Yeah.
People at live in Ontario had no idea, but you know, whatever.
The Rusev. I feel like I haven't mentioned this enough about Rusev, and how much like one thing I'm really enjoying with him is how he sells how devastating that Patriot Lock is. Swagger had it on him on Raw. Here we are in SmackDown, and he's just standing in the ring limping
Still.
before the match starts.
Yeah.
He's got the heavy limp. It's like, wait, because then at home I'm thinking, wait, this is a submission match. He's already hurt. How is this going to work? They already have me believing it.
Yeah. See, you're already in.
I'm in.
You're already in. You're in the Matrix.
Thanks
You
to
took-
the way he sold it.
Yep. You took the pill. You're in.
I did. Was it the red one or the blue one?
I think it was. Was it the right one?
I don't know. Alright.
Somebody.
Help us. But yeah, so I mean, just the selling job by Rusev helps tell the story.
Well, I mean, at SummerSlam, I believe he limped up the entire walkway, up the ramp, even though he won the match.
Even though like there was a video package going for the next match.
Yeah, they were
Dark-
at the next thing.
Lights were out.
Yeah.
We're
And
not
he
seeing
limped.
him. And he still limped his way all the way up there.
That I have to tip my cap to because there are a lot of wrestlers that forget. So, oh, the lights were off, we're off TV, normal. No, you're still out there in front of the live crowd.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, kudos.
And I'll tell you what, when I found out that we're going to have another match of this, I was just a little worried because we've been having a lot of them. We had the big build-up into SummerSlam. Then they had their rematch. Then I think they even had one more. And now this one, the submission match, is like, well, are we getting too much of it? No, because this was a great match. And they just delivered. And even there was Rusev even threw the Patriot Lock on Swagger at one point.
They're getting so used to each other. It's starting to, well, I don't know, this is high praise. And I don't mean to give them this type of high praise yet because it's not. But if this continues, they'll have a relationship kind of how Rock and Stone Cold created theirs, where they knew each other so well in the ring that they could just pull off these great matches.
You're going to get so much hate in the comments for comparing them to them.
I'm not comparing them. I hate myself for even having to say it, but that was the first thing I thought about. Like, who else do I know that's...
No, I get your point.
That's wrestled each other so much that, you know, now we're going to swap finishers.
But now but the matches are still interesting and still entertaining, still telling the story.
You get it with Cena, you get it with Orton. You get it with Cena and Orton because they've wrestled 489 times on television.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you get it with you definitely will get it with these two if they continue. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to make it that far. I think Rusev's going to continue climbing and Swagger's going to stall out.
Well, and we've kind of now solidified at the end of this match where it's going from here because again now back to back with the submissions, crowd is hot, crowd is really into this, and Rusev has the accolade on Swagger. Swagger is literally standing to get ready to carry Rusev on his shoulders, but then from behind, all of a sudden, a white towel gets thrown into the ring. And the referee sees it. It's like, where did this come from? I got to rip. Oh, someone threw in the towel after ringing the bell. But, oh, someone threw a towel in the ring. I have to remove it.
Yeah.
Instead of the referee just taking the towel and just tossing it and just staying focused, he has to walk around, get the timekeeper's attention. Hey, this should not be in the ring. Please remove it.
We had to see what it kind of, maybe it was Egyptian cotton. You don't know. You know how
it could have been heavy.
It could have been heavy. It could have.
How many thread count was it?
It could have been 1,000 plus.
I mean,
yeah, you never know, man.
And I'm saying this, back when I was ref, I had to do this like a handful of times. I know it's just like I could just simply toss this little thing. Oh no, hey, sir, you need to make sure that this is away. While right behind me, something dastardly's happening.
What? Nothing's happening behind you.
Oh, nothing?
No.
Oh, because fans told me afterwards.
Oh, no, they're crazy.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of drunks in the crowd.
So while the referee is conveniently making sure that towel finds its rightful owner.
Yeah, because he has to.
Bo Dallas, who was the culprit who threw the towel in, sneaks around the side of the ring, trips Swagger. So Rusev falls on top of Swagger, which gotta hurt, because Rusev's huge.
He's not a small man.
No, he's maybe small in height, but large in weight.
Yeah, very, very, he's wide.
He's wide.
Width.
Yes. And then Rusev puts the accolade on again. Swagger taps. Rusev gets the win. And then Bo comes into the ring, goes on the microphone. Tough loss, buddy. But I saved you from further embarrassment. And I wouldn't have had to throw him the towel if you would just learn to believe. And then grabs Swagger and hits the Bo Dog. So we got Bo and Swagger now happening.
Yeah.
Do you think this elevates Bo or drops Swagger?
I'm going to go with drops Swagger for 200.
Okay, why is that?
Just because we already see what they're doing with Bo Dallas. It's almost as if they've put him into the Santino role already.
I don't know about that. No, they've turned Fandango into Santino.
No, Santino was better than Fandango. People, okay.
Bo's winning matches.
This is gonna sound like an insult to Johnny Curtis, but Fandango. But people cared when Santino came out.
The crowd reacts when Bo comes out.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about Bo. And that's about the most over thing for Fandango right now. I wish it was different. I like Fandango.
I haven't heard this music in weeks.
My point exactly. We're at AfterBuzz, ladies and gentlemen, and this is where we have to play Fandango's music.
This is your home for Fandango's
Yeah.
theme music.
He can come in, he can dance all he want. You know, they took the girls away from him. Right now, Santino has had a better run than Fandango.
Well, overall in his career, he's been around a lot longer.
And yeah, I know he's been around a lot longer, but I think that's going to be the case regardless.
But let's get back to Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas,
Because you're comparing Bo to...
I think it brings Swagger down because Bo's not there yet. He will be. They had the opportunity to do it by putting the IC championship on him, but they didn't do that. So and that was right when he was hot and people were really, really caring and getting into his character.
And then he
he's
lost to
just-
R-Truth out of nowhere.
And now he's just the guy running around with Swagger.
See, I do think this does elevate Bo Dallas because right now...
Well, Swagger's hot right now.
Yeah, this is the hottest Swagger has ever been in his career,
But
even though
here's
he's
the-
losing.
Here's the thing, though. The real question is Swagger hot because he's hot or is he hot because we hate Rusev?
He's hot because he was in the midst of that America-Russia feud. So now the test will be, can that carry over into a feud with another American?
We'll see. I doubt it.
And I mean, I don't know, but because of that, I think it's still, though, a level up for Bo.
It is because it's something for him to do, but it's also a level down for Swagger. Look at how hot he was just a month ago.
But he's also lost 4 straight matches to Rusev.
It's going to continue. He's going to win at some point.
But
But
when? I mean,
I don't know, when Bray wins.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And then you're looking again with Rusev. We thought maybe next was going to be Mark Henry, but
Yeah.
now he seems to be back in that tag
Yeah,
team.
he's back
thing.
in the tag team.
So what the hell's happening with
And
Rusev?
so far, Nation 2.0 is coming back together. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on in WWE.
we think maybe he'll go for the U.S. title. Nope, Cesaro's going for that.
Yeah.
So what the hell's happening with Rusev now?
Rewrites.
All right.
That's what's happening with Rusev rewrites.
We'll see, because I've enjoyed their matches. I would like to see more matches down the road. This
They're
feud
good together.
The feud today has run its course.
Yeah.
Give it a break. Have them go back.
Yeah.
Maybe around beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Give them another match or two.
Rusev needs something fresh right now. If they want to continue it worked right up until SummerSlam. I understand, put him with Swagger, but after the flag match, and he has that huge moment at SummerSlam, he's got to move on to something else, which we thought was going to be Mark Henry, and yeah.
I don't know.
So anyway,
Miz is backstage on the phone with his agent, praising him because apparently his agent hooked him up with some big role. He's like, I'll be there in an hour. I can leave early. No problem. He's getting a tap on the shoulder. And he's just like, autographs will happen later. So don't bother me. Finally, that tap turns into a physical grab on the shoulder and turns around, and it's Kane. And Kane
It's a
takes
big
the
hand.
That's a large hand. It's a corporate hand.
Yeah, it's corporate.
Kane takes the phone from Miz and talks in it to his agent saying, oh, Miz is already booked tonight against Sheamus. And I'm starting to think there could be some weird feud happening between Kane and Miz, because the last several weeks, Kane has annoyed Miz. Kane has a movie coming out.
Oh, that should be YouTube question of the week. Which movie will be more successful?
Oh, See No Evil 2 or The Marine 4?
God, it said Marine 4 already.
The Marine 4 or See No Evil 2? I think See No Evil will be.
I think See No Evil.
Because that was like the most, other than the Halle Berry one,
Yeah.
See No Evil was the most successful WWE movie.
Yeah.
By a mile.
Because it fit. It fit the genre. It fit the character. It fit Glenn Jacobs. I mean, the monster just going around killing people like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of, yeah. Versus the Marine 4. How many Marines have we been through? Cena was the first.
Cena was the first. Was it Ted DiBiase? Oh no, was that? Or was that the?
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Or was that the other action one that they had where Ken Kennedy was one of them?
Oh, it may have been Kennedy. I think it was Kennedy.
Okay.
And then Randy Orton was supposed to be the
He
third
was
one.
doing the 12-round stuff. They weren't going to let him do a military
Yeah,
movie.
the Marines were not going to allow that to happen. Simplify.
But I'm curious, so is one of them going to be turning face? Because Kane's still in the midst of all the stuff with Reigns and Ambrose.
I think they're just in that wash. They just throw it out there and
Just see what happens?
Yeah. Because The Miz obviously can't be a face. Kane, obviously, where he is right now, can't be a
No.
face. So, yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's just something they're doing.
Oh, we'll see. Jimmy Uso versus Stardust. This is emerging based on Monday Night Raw tag title match, which ended with the Rhodes or the Dust.
Rosie's.
Yeah, they got the win by countout because Jey Uso supposedly tweaked his knee and couldn't get back in the ring. That pissed off the Rhodes, and they just beat down the Usos. And then on main event, they faced the Los Matadores, and
this
I'm
really
I'm gonna roll with it.
Keep going.
And
I like
after the Rhodes beat the Matadors, they then beat the crap out of El Torito. He's singular.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna point that out.
so now tonight we got Stardust versus Jimmy, and Goldust takes the mic at the beginning and is apologizing for their actions on Raw. It's like, look, we want those titles. We got lost in the moment. We lost our cool. Plain and simple. No excuses. We're sorry. Usos seem to accept the apologies. Well, Goldust, he's been around a while. He's a good guy. We can accept that.
He's cool.
He's cool. Jimmy and Stardust have a match for about 2 minutes. Very short. And Jimmy gets the roll up, gets the win, and the Roses are pissed again.
You're having an incredibly fun time doing that.
I'm
aren't
having
you?
a blast. And the Roses once again beat down the Usos. Hashtag. I want to see how they spell
Somebody's gonna actually try to spell
it.
it.
I want to see how they spell it. And again, Goldust and Stardust are standing tall over the Usos. We got ourselves our tag title match for Night of Champions set. Forget Harper and Rowan, apparently.
Yeah, it's face versus face now.
Well, no, Goldust and Stardust have turned heels now.
They're heels now. Yeah, I still.
Yet
cheer
everyone
for
still
them.
cheers for them.
I see. Yeah, I still cheer for them. I'm sorry. That's why we like them. They're so different.
They're bizarre.
Yeah, I don't care if they're heel or face. I'm gonna cheer for them. It's such a weird, bizarre gimmick.
Especially then when Stardust, when he hops on the barricade for his pose, now everyone is doing like the ET fingers to him, and he's going like anyone he can reach. He's doing like the finger tap with them.
He's got to do it.
Yeah. Miz in the ring getting ready to take on Sheamus, but Miz has to protect the moneymaker.
Yep, Moneymaker can't let it get hit.
So he once again is given another chance to his stunt double, Damien Mizdow.
This I do like.
I'm glad because it's actually maybe some type of regular thing for Sandow. And
anything to get Sandow out in the ring, please, guys.
Anything to get him out of the ring, not dressed up as like a lumberjack or LeBron, or Magneto, or whatever else
he's done. Vince.
Yeah, I mean, at least even though he's dressed up like in the Miz tights, it just looks like regular gear.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah. What has become of his career? I don't know. We still want to see more with him. That's the thing. That shows you how talented he actually is. We want to see.
He's incredibly talented.
More Sandow.
He can talk. He can wrestle. He gets a reaction.
Yeah.
He has the look.
But he's playing everyone else right now.
Yeah.
So
Sheamus, this is a fairly short back and forth match. Sheamus does not win with the bro kick. He wins with another one of his 6 moves of doom.
Yeah. Which one was it this time?
Okay, so he has the bro kick. He has the 10 bells, beats of the Bowery. He's got his springboard shoulder block. He's got the whatever the rolling one is that Roman
yeah.
He's got the Celtic Cross.
Yeah.
And then he won with the white noise.
Almost forgot about that one.
And then he won with the white noise tonight. So again, to that review, they all have them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's everybody.
So he wins with the white noise, and Miz takes a couple cheap shots at Sheamus after the match and then runs out of the ring. And then right behind Miz is Ziggler, who throws Miz back into the ring and hopes that Miz is going to get hit with a bro kick.
That's a good one.
What?
Ziggler's moves.
Ziggler's moves?
Yeah.
The elbows? Mm-hmm. His drop kick is like one of his signature moves.
That's true.
Famouser, zigzag, and the X Factor off the top rope.
There you go.
Done.
I think to close the show, you need to give us Mark Henry's and Big Show's on the way out.
All right, well, we'll get to that.
When we finish.
And I'll be able to do it.
Yep.
So, I don't know if this is sad on my part or just the fact that it's clear what everyone has.
A little of both.
Okay. Fair enough.
I would do the Wyatts, but nah.
No.
And
Well,
we chronicled Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
5 moves. Well, 6.
Yeah. So Sheamus goes for the brogue on Miz, but Miz gets out of the way, and then Sheamus ends up bro kicking Mizdow. Mm-hmm. And Miz runs. So Miz and Ziggler is continuing. Sheamus was just there. Sandow was just there. Yeah. They should at least had Cesaro come out if they're building that up.
They're going to do that.
Yeah. No. Recap of the Brock Lesnar promo from Raw, where it's kind of like, the recap from his backstage promo with Paul Heyman, as well as Cena talking with the Hall of Famers on that panel. Again, building up, why are you going to take this rematch? He killed you the last time. He's going to kill you again this time. And this actually brings up one other particular comment, which I understood why they made this viewer made this comment, but I wanted to bring it up here. Because I don't think we've talked about it enough. We went on, and I know I'm just as guilty as pretty much everyone else, about Rock and Batista main eventing, winning the titles as part-timers. And the comment was, well, if we were talking so negatively about why that's wrong for them as part-timers to be in those spotlights, why is it okay for Lesnar? And my opinion, and I'll get yours as well, my opinion, there are two main things with it. One, Lesnar's not promoting anything. He's not there to promote a movie.
It's not a movie.
No. It's just the way his contract is and how devastating of a fighter he is. The other thing is, there's still Heyman there. And Heyman can cut the promos with the belt. Lesnar does not need to be in the building. The stories can still continue with Heyman. Or even those backstage things. I know we had via satellite things with The Rock and stuff like that. But, again, it's talking about the match, talking about the guy we're feuding with. It's not talking about, oh, you're plugging this and I'm plugging this and I'm plugging this.
I'm not talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not talking about the Fast and Furious series. I'm not.
Right.
Hercules isn't coming out.
Yeah. It's none of that stuff. So that's why Lesnar as a part-timer, as champion, to me, works. Your thoughts?
That's an easy one. For one, I was never really against The Rock having the belt as a part-timer because I'm a Rock fan. I'll tell you right here on air.
I'm a Rock fan, too.
A lot of people are Rock fans.
I'm a huge Rock fan.
But when was the last time The Rock, the UFC champion? When was that?
When The Rock was the UFC champion?
Yeah.
I'm really good with stats, so let me think real quick.
Take your time.
Wait, he's never been UFC champion?
Never. Okay, so the same amount of times as I have been UFC champion.
I'm trying to recall your career. No, you have not been UFC champion.
There we go. Okay. Who's another big-time part-timer that they name?
Batista?
Batista. Yeah. How many times has he been the actual legitimate UFC heavyweight champion?
Well, didn't he try UFC once?
No, he tried MMA.
Oh, that's right. He couldn't make UFC.
Never in the UFC.
Okay. So that means he's never been UFC champion.
There you go.
All
right. Yeah. So just humor me for a second.
Sure.
Batista and The Rock, how many times were they the NCAA amateur wrestling champion?
Rock played football. He did very well in college football.
Yeah, he did good.
They show us
the video of him sacking Charlie Ward over and over.
Yep. Convincingly making Charlie Ward decide to play basketball instead. Rock and Batista, I don't think were NCAA wrestlers.
Yeah. See. So what I'm saying is that Brock Lesnar's a legitimate fighter. It's what he does for a living. He beats people's asses. That's it. You don't need anything else. It's like that's like asking, well, why is it okay for the WWE to bring in Mike Tyson? Because he's Mike freaking Tyson. He's the legitimate he's one of the most ferocious fighters in the history of anything. The same thing with Brock Lesnar. The reasons that people fear Brock Lesnar in the ring in pro wrestling are the same reasons they feared him in the octagon, where it's legit, where he really does beat people's asses. So when you take him and you put him over on the Undertaker. Huge. That was probably one of the loudest statements ever to be. That's going to be one of the statements of the decade.
Well, that's bigger than winning the title.
Yeah,
you broke
that
the
was
streak.
way bigger than winning the title. So that's why this is okay, because we know they're going to use this. And to the credit, they do the same thing with The Rock, and they do the same thing with Batista. Use them to build up another talent. I understand that. Brock's going to do the same thing. He's going to put someone over at the end of this. They'll be at a much better position than they would have been before they stepped in the ring with him. But to see someone beat Brock Lesnar is going to mean so much more when it happens. Why? Because of all of those accolades we just talked about. He's legitimately a badass. You can't say that about The Rock. You can't say that about Batista. You can only say that about Kurt Angle and a few other legitimate wrestlers who happen to be sports entertainers. But in this situation, Brock Lesnar is a kick-ass athlete. He's 286 pounds and there's nothing you can do about it. And he's agile as a cat. So yes, when he's in the ring and he does his thing, damn it, that's legitimate, and I'm rolling with that.
And then when that moment happens, when Heath Slater beats him,
I will cry. I will cry. Tears. Lots of them. Yeah, it will be sad. I'm thinking it's going to be Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31. I'm actually, I don't know. I'm kind of curious to know what the public feels about that.
well, again, like from the YouTube comments, they were no because like, oh, Reigns only has those 6 moves of doom. I want what we were talking about. I want somehow Ambrose to get a shot. Somehow something happens where Ambrose actually wins, and then Rollins cashes in, and then they just keep going.
They just keep it
now
moving.
with the title.
That would be amazing. Let Reigns win.
No one expected Guerrero to beat Lesnar.
Yeah, at all.
And he did.
Just let Brock put over Reigns in probably one of the most vicious matches we'll see, and then out of nowhere, here comes Rollins with that suit, with that briefcase, and he cashes in.
Done. Main event time: Wyatt's versus the Big Show, Mark Henry, and Roman Reigns. I mean, we kind of talked about this a little earlier at the beginning when the Wyatts were around. It was a good 6-man. It was kind of your basic 6-man as we expected it. A lot of heat on Mark Henry, made the hot tag to Big Show. Then a lot of heat on Big Show, made the hot tag to Roman Reigns, and then they all clean house. Henry hit a World's Strongest Slam on Wyatt, choke slam on Harper, I think it was. No, on Rowan, and then the spear on Harper.
Yeah.
And Reigns gets the pin.
I really want to know what people think about this Invincible Reigns.
I don't know what I'm more concerned about, the Invincible Reigns or the vulnerable Wyatts.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I don't even know where I would be concerned.
That's our question.
Yeah.
YouTube question. What are your bigger concern, the Invincible Reigns or the vulnerable Wyatts?
Yeah.
That's a good question right there. Oh, and
that's a really good question.
And now to answer your question that you threw on me for when we got to this main event. Big Show, chokeslam, knockout punch. He does big headbutt. He also does the final cut thing with his leg. And big old sidewalk slam.
And the slap in the corner.
And the slap in the corner. There's 6. Mark Henry, World's Strongest Slam, splash, bear hug, junkyard dog headbutt. And just like, not like a shoulder block, but just, what do you call this? What do you call it when he just like, when the big guy just goes like this? It's not a clothesline, it's not a shoulder block, they're just going like this. What is that called?
I've
always wondered.
Called. I'll never forget. I was in training one time, and a guy did that, and it was like, and then he gave him a clothesline, and I went, "Nah, that's not a clothesline. That's just a human wall.
Yeah, that is not a clothesline. That is not a shoulder block.
Yeah, that's just a get in the ground. just it's a body check. That's what it is.
We'll just call it the body check. I like that. So there you go.
A lesson in physics. That's what it is.
What would you give match of the night to?
Oh man. Now you got me going back through them. I'm trying to look. The main was good, but I don't know. I'm looking through the list now, trying to pick. That's a hard one.
I'll go first then. I think there were 2 real good ones. I liked RVD and Rollins, and I really liked Rusev Swagger.
Yeah, I'm stuck between those 2.
I'm gonna go with Rusev Swagger just because the story that was being told. I really enjoyed it.
I was gonna take that one, but I'll switch and take the other one because they were both good matches and deserved mentions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that was nice of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Oh, and by the way, again, we don't have the hat here again this week, but we are giving away a SummerSlam hat.
And by Survivor Series.
By Survivor Series, we'll get the SummerSlam hat. Now, Because fellow AfterBuzz host Daryl has our hat at the moment.
Yeah.
So
Wonder why that is.
because someone forgot to grab it after they left last week.
Oh.
Because someone asked them to because they forgot to grab it themselves.
Yeah.
I know, Corey. Shame on her, right? Anyway, we're giving away a SummerSlam hat. All you need to do is be at SmackDown and get an AfterBuzz poster on the air. Get that poster on the air, prove it's you. We will send you that hat, as well as, whatever you want us to do with it. Take a photo with it, autograph it, or just do nothing with it. We'll just send it to you. It's like a $20, $25 hat.
Corey will put it on Waka and take a picture and then send it to him.
We can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we could somehow sneak walk it in the package to send to them also.
Corey would be chasing mailmen all across the nation.
She would, which would be entertaining.
It would.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, again, for next week on SmackDown, if you're in that area where SmackDown is, get a poster on there. All right. So, Rome, how can people reach out to you?
Rome the Ruler on Twitter, as always, and Empire of Rome on IG.
All right. And you can follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. If you're in the Hollywood area this Saturday night, I got a show at 11 o'clock at IO West. Hopefully you can check that out. More details on that are at west.ioimprov.com. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. For Mr. Rome Moore, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We will see you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Roll Tide.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.